So, picture this. It's the days immediately following the Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, journey to Taif. He had just faced immense hardship, brutal rejection, and real heartbreak. I mean, it literally felt like every earthly door was being slammed shut in his face. But it was in that exact moment of profound earthly sorrow that the ultimate divine invitation was extended. When the world turned its back, the heavens actually opened their doors to comfort him.
And this isn't just a story passed down. It's a documented, miraculous reality anchored right in the Quran. Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse 1, explicitly lays out the earthly leg of this night journey. It says, "Exalted is he who took his servant by night from Al-Masjid al-Haram to Al-Masjid al-Aqsa, whose surroundings we have blessed, to show him of our signs." That single verse sets the entire foundation for what we're looking at today, confirming this was a physical and spiritual journey decreed by the Creator himself.
Let's dive right into part 1. Taif to Masjid al-Aqsa, the earthly journey. Now, according to authentic narrations in Bukhari and Muslim, the Prophet was actually resting near the Kaaba, right by the semicircular wall called the Hatim, when Angel Jibril, Gabriel, arrived. And what happens next perfectly shows the kind of intense preparation needed for a journey that totally breaks the laws of physics. Jibril gently opened the Prophet's chest, washed his heart with pure Zamzam water, and filled it completely with divine wisdom and faith. Then he was presented with the Buraq. This was a celestial, lightning-fast riding beast from paradise. And literally, in the blink of an eye, the Buraq transported the Prophet from Mecca all the way to Jerusalem. But when he stepped off the Buraq at Masjid al-Aqsa, he wasn't alone. Waiting for him was a gathering unlike anything else in human history. Every single prophet and messenger who had ever walked the earth, from Prophet Adam all the way down to Prophet Isa, was there. And, at Angel Jibril's direction, Prophet Muhammad stepped forward to lead them all in prayer. It's just this absolutely awe-inspiring moment of pure unity, linking the entire chain of prophethood together under one imam. Moving on to part 2, Journey of the Seven Heavens, the Celestial Ascent. As he ascends from the earthly realm up into the cosmic layers, the Prophet gets the absolute warmest, most brotherly welcomes at every single level. At the first heaven, he meets Prophet Adam. Up on the second, it's Prophets Isa and Yahya. The third heaven introduces him to the unmatched beauty of Prophet Yusuf. On the fourth, there's Prophet Idris. The fifth, Prophet Harun. On the sixth, he meets the great Prophet Musa. And finally, way up on the seventh heaven, he greets the patriarch, Prophet Ibrahim, who's leaning right against Baytul Ma'mur, the celestial prototype of the Kaaba, just buzzing with angels. Every one of them greeted him as a righteous brother and a righteous prophet. But it wasn't just greetings. During this ascent, he was shown some incredibly vivid realities of the afterlife, really powerful visual lessons about human behavior. On one side, he saw breathtaking rewards, rivers, palaces, eternal blessings for those who gave charity and lived righteously. But the contrast on the other side was severe. He witnessed extremely graphic punishments. He saw people with bellies as massive as houses, just filled with writhing snakes. Those were the consumers of usury and interest. He saw others literally scratching their own faces and chests with copper nails. Jibril explained these were the gossipers, the backbiters, who figuratively ate the flesh of their brothers. Pretty chilling reminder of the weight of our everyday actions, right? Then, passing through those heavens, the journey reaches a point that honestly defies human imagination. And again, the Quran documents this exact moment in Surah An-Najm, verses 13 to 18. And he certainly saw him in another descent, at the low tree of the utmost boundary. This verse confirms his arrival at the absolute cosmic limit of creation itself, Sidrat al-Muntaha. Which brings us to part 3, scenes at Sidrat al-Muntaha, the lote tree. The imagery here is just absolutely stunning. The sources describe this massive, magnificent lote tree completely enveloped in brilliant golden moths. But right as they reach this point, something incredibly bittersweet happens. Angel Jibril, the mighty carrier of revelation, suddenly stops. He folds his wings. When the Prophet asks him why, Jibril replies with absolute humility, "If I take one more step, my wings will burn. The rest of the journey is yours alone." So the crazy thing is, even the greatest of angels has a hard limit. From this threshold onward, the Prophet Muhammad had to cross into the divine presence entirely alone. Let's look at part 4, the divine meeting and prayer gift, the ultimate dialogue. Standing totally alone before the creator of the universe, the Prophet initiates this dialogue with words of pure, absolute devotion.
He says all verbal, physical, and financial acts of worship are for Allah alone. This isn't just a simple greeting, it is the ultimate submission. He's acknowledging that every breath, every single action, and every resource belongs entirely to the divine. And beautifully, the divine response is one of infinite warmth and direct comfort. Allah responds, "Peace be upon you, O Prophet, and the mercy of Allah and His blessings." Just imagine the weight of that peace. After all the brutal rejection at Taif, after being pushed away by the people on earth, the Lord of the heavens and the earth directly greets him with personalized peace, mercy, and blessings. But here's the thing that gets me every time. This is where we see the Prophet's endless love for his followers. He could have just kept this exclusive divine peace completely to himself. Instead, he immediately loops us in. He replies, "Peace be upon us and upon the righteous servants of Allah." Even up there, in the highest, most exclusive audience in existence, his thought was of his ummah. He made sure we were included in this divine exchange of peace.
Witnessing this incredible exchange of love, devotion, and mercy, the angels of the heavens actually chime in to testify to this reality. They declare, "We bear witness that there is no deity but Allah, and we bear witness that Muhammad is his servant and messenger." And just like that, the beautiful dialogue of the Tashahhud, the very words recited in daily prayers, was complete and gifted to humanity. Now, during this meeting, a massive, weighty gift was bestowed. The Prophet was given a direct commandment for his people: 50 daily prayers. To put that into perspective, that is roughly one prayer every 28 minutes around the clock, 50 times a day to connect with the divine. Carrying this huge commandment, the Prophet starts his descent. But when he hits the sixth heaven, Prophet Moses, stops him. Musa asks what was prescribed, and when he hears 50, he offers some absolutely crucial advice born from a lot of hard experience. He tells the Prophet, "Your nation will not be able to handle this. I've tested the people of Bani Israel before you. Go back to your Lord and ask for a reduction." It's this beautiful, protective moment of brotherhood among the prophets. Taking that advice, the Prophet returns to Allah. He asks for a reduction, and it's granted. He comes back down to Musa, but Musa tells him it's still way too many. So this back-and-forth negotiation actually happens multiple times. The immense burden is mercifully reduced over and over again, until the number is brought all the way down from 50 down to just 5 daily prayers. Now, even at 5, Prophet Musa urges him to go back and reduce it further. But the Prophet's profound modesty really shines through here. He beautifully says, "I feel shy to ask my Lord for more. I am satisfied with these 5 and submit." And upon that absolute submission, a divine decree echoes out. Even though the physical act has been reduced to 5, the eternal reward remains as 50. So the Ummah prays 5 times, but on the scales, it literally weighs as 50, a staggering display of divine mercy. And finally, part 5, morning announcement and confirmation. Morning breaks in Mecca. The Prophet tells the people about this mind-bending journey. And, predictably, the disbelievers immediately start mocking him. They're laughing at the impossibility of traveling to Jerusalem and up through the heavens in just a fraction of a night. They rush over to his closest friend, Abu Bakr, thinking this will for sure make him doubt. But Abu Bakr, he doesn't hesitate for a microsecond. His response was just, "If my master has said it, then it is 100% true." This unwavering, triumphant affirmation instantly earned Abu Bakr the eternal title of Siddiq Akbar, the greatest convincer of truth. So what's the big takeaway for you and me today? Why does all this matter? Well, the absolutely crucial point is that this whole journey isn't just some historical narrative to listen to. Those 5 daily prayers and those words of the Tashahhud you recite, they're a direct souvenir from beyond the highest heaven. They are designed to be your daily marriage, your personal daily ascension to connect with the divine. And it was all gifted through the immense love of a prophet who remembered us, his ummah, while standing at the very edge of the universe. And that wraps up our explainer of Isra and Mi'raj. If you found this breakdown fascinating, make sure to hit that subscribe button to Animated Quranic Tales for more beautifully animated spiritual narratives. But before we sign off, I want to leave you with this. If you were granted an audience at the very edge of the universe, what is the one thing you would ask for? Think about it. See you next time.